third day in Shanghai. It is I don't even know what day it is. It's Saturday, I think. Is it Saturday? I've no idea. I'm losing track of time and everything because the time change is so ridiculous, and so quite often I'm talking to Callum and it's 2 different days, and it's just I don't know. And today we went to the fabric market, which was really strange. It was massive to begin with. It was on like 3 or 4 different floors, and you could basically get absolutely anything you wanted made for you to fit to your size. So they had sort of like all these dresses and jackets and scarves and like obviously like just they had leather jackets, they had like blazers, they had suits, they had dresses, they had literally everything you can think of, and they had their designs that they would make, and you could choose your material, your colours, and you could also you could also like alter different things about it if you wanted to, because it was made to measure and everything. A couple of the boys got suits done, but none of the girls really got anything. I think some of them got some scarves and things like that, but that's purely because we didn't know what we were looking for. We didn't really know what we wanted, whereas boys it's a little bit more simple. Like if you're going to get something made for you, it's got to be like, I mean, a suit is the first thing you think of that would be tailored just to you, and so that's a lot easier for them to figure out. Whereas I personally, like, I didn't know what to look for and I didn't know what I wanted, so it made it a lot harder for me to go and approach the right people and stuff, because I didn't really know of anything that I needed or wanted. So yeah, that was really interesting, and it was really fun to get that kind of insight, but then at the same time I didn't really get anything made. So and what else did we do after that? We took some different trips on the metro and had a look around some different places just to sort of get some scenery and see what it was about today. But then after that we reached a big shopping centre, and we just sort of we went and had some lunch, and then we looked around the different shops, most of which were shops I'd heard of, or brands I'd heard of at least, but then some of them were like completely just shops that they have just over there. So that was really interesting to kind of get that insight into that part of the culture. The shopping centre was like on, it must have been about 7 or 8 different floors, and it was kind of like marble-ish. Like, we've been around a few different shopping centres for a look, but they're all really different. Like, there's one that we went to the other day, and it was like we saw it had this stage in it, like in the middle, but it was a guitar, and it was like the guitar went all the way to the top of the building, and inside the guitar there were 2 stages, like one on top of the other. The bottom bit was for the main sort of like band, like the main band, I reckon, because there was a drum kit up there, and then there was like a microphone stand at the bottom. And I was just like, I looked at it, I was like, that's so cool. They had lighting rigs and everything, and it was like for part of like one of their musical festivals. I really enjoyed looking at that. That was really peculiar. I've got some pictures that I'll probably insert like now. I have no idea what we're going to really be doing in Suzhou. I know we've still got our 2 brands to work for, which that's got to be in Suzhou, because I don't really know how else that's going to be fitting, but we've not been told any more about a timetable for that, because like A, they don't want to confuse us, but B, I think there's like still so much secretive like talk about what's going on about these brands and things. I do know that we're going to be put into partners with some of the Chinese students at the university we're staying at in the next city, and that's going to be really interesting for me, because I've never really I've been up and spoken to people, and I've spoken to people like where I need to here, but because of like the communication, like the language, like has been an issue. So it's going to be strange because we're going to be meeting these people, we're going to be working with these people. There's kind of a language barrier. We don't really speak like much of each of the languages, I don't think. I mean, they'll probably speak more English than we do Chinese. That wouldn't surprise me at all. It is getting dark, so I'm going to leave you. Tonight we're going back to the bar that we went to last night, which was called the Koala Bar. It's an English bar, so like the people that work there, they speak English, and it's sort of, I don't know, it kind of like caters to what we're used to, which is a lot sort of easier for us, I suppose. And I don't know, it feels a bit more like home, and we're not going to get into any trouble and things like that. We hope. But yeah, so far I'm really enjoying my time in China. It's different to how I expected it to be, but that's because Shanghai is like not traditional China. It's kind of a bit newer, and it's a bit sort of, I don't know, I'm expecting Suzhou to be a lot different to this. But I don't know, we'll see. I have no idea. I mean, this isn't what I really expected, but that's not really a surprise because I didn't really know what to expect. So in the past 3 days already, we've had like a stupid 20-hour journey of some sort, and we've had like lack of sleep and difficult communication, but we've also had really nice weather and some really cool experiences already, and yeah, it's really nice being here, and it's nice to experience all of the new culture and trying to get to grips with exactly what's being asked of us. My personal project, if I haven't already told you, is going to be portraiture, I hope. I'm doing 2 personal projects, but at the moment I'm wanting to stick with portraiture because that's just something I'm really interested in. That's something I really would like to do. It's just because of the languages being so different that it has been difficult. But then people yesterday, they were so crazy with us, and they treated us like we were like royal or celebrities or something like that, and that's so weird to me. So right, I'm going to love you and leave you, and right, I shall leave you now as it is getting dark here in Shanghai. I don't know what time it is back home, but there is a 7-hour difference, so I mean, that's ridiculous. I'm gonna leave you now because it is getting dark and gloomy, and my roommate's gonna be back soon, so she doesn't need to see this. She doesn't need to know. That's weird. Yeah, it is about, what time is it? It is 6:23 here in Shanghai, China, which means that it's 11:23. Goodness me, it's 11:23 in the AM back home. So I'm gonna talk to you a little bit tomorrow about the food if I can, because that will be quite interesting for you to like learn about, I think, because it's not what we expect at all. But yeah, I'm going to talk to you about that. As a non-meat eater, it's a bit different for me. So yeah, I'm going to leave you now. But yeah, that's what we'll be talking about tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you're having a good week, because I am. I'm enjoying myself. I keep getting really sassy. I am so sorry. I'm not even that sassy. I'm just like wanting to be. Anyway, my roommate is coming back, so I have to go now. Goodbye!